Okay, wow. You are absolutely not going to believe who's making a triumphant return to the Broadway stage.
Go on.
Get ready for this. Leslie Odom Jr.
No way!
Yes. The original, the one and only Aaron Burr in Hamilton. He is coming back.
That's huge news. I mean, it's huge. Think back to his portrayal.
Right.
That simmering intensity. The incredible voice. He wasn't just playing Burr. He was Burr.
He really inhabited him, and now he's revisiting that Tony-winning performance. It's kind of unbelievable.
He really is. A performance that absolutely earned that Tony.
Exactly. And for anyone who's seen Hamilton, you know Burr isn't just like the bad guy.
No, not at all.
He's the counterpoint, the shadow to Hamilton's, well, his light. And the way Odom Jr. brought that complexity, it was just unforgettable. Remember that stillness?
Oh, absolutely. That quiet power he had on stage. Think of it, wait for it. That song.
Chills. Every time.
It's not just a song, right? It's like a window straight into Burr's soul. You feel his ambition just bubbling under the surface.
Totally. That restraint.
And Odom Jr.'s delivery back then, that almost whispered, start building up to this huge, powerful release.
Yeah.
It was masterful.
Just masterful.
Now imagine him coming back to it after all these years, all these other roles. What new layers might he find?
Right. It makes you wonder. And listen, this isn't an open-ended thing. People need to know.
Good point. Limited run.
Very limited. He's back September 9th to November 23rd.
Okay, September to November.
At the Richard Rodgers Theatre.
Wow. The same place.
The very theater where Hamilton first just exploded for him, you know? That place has got to hold some serious meaning.
Well, he actually said the Richard Rodgers gave me life in a way.
Whoa. Okay, that's deep.
Yeah. It really shows that connection, doesn't it? It hints that this isn't just about, going back to a hit role. It sounds personal, like a real homecoming.
It really does feel like that. And it makes you think about the whole journey, right? Since he last played Burr back in 2016.
Yeah, he was there from the beginning, wasn't he? Even the off-Broadway run at the Public.
Witnessing it all, helping build this massive cultural thing.
And remember when he and Lin-Manuel Miranda left the show?
Oh, yeah. That felt like the end of an era for that original cast.
It definitely marked a turning point, but for Odom Jr., man, it was just the beginning of this incredible next phase.
Seriously, incredible is the right word. I mean, since hanging up that Burr waistcoat, he's been everywhere.
Hasn't he just?
We're talking scene stealing stuff in movies like Glass Onion.
He was great in that.
And The Many Saints of Newark. And then, oh my gosh, his Sam Cooke in One Night in Miami, Oscar nomination for that.
Phenomenal performance.
Yeah.
The man just has immense range.
He really does.
And it's not just film. He's done great voice work, like in Central Park.
Right.
And popped up, bringing his charisma to shows like Abbott Elementary and even Blue's Clues and You.
Huh. That's amazing versatility. It just shows how much demand there is for him, like across the board.
Absolutely. And, it's easy to forget he wasn't exactly an overnight success when Hamilton hit.
That's true. He'd been working for years.
He actually holds the distinction, get this, of being the youngest cast member ever in the Broadway production of Rent.
Wow, I didn't know that. Rent. That's legendary in itself.
Right. Speaks volumes about his talent early on. And his pre-Hamilton credits, they include TV like Smash and CSI Miami, plus another Broadway show, Leap of Faith.
So yeah, definitely not an overnight thing. This was years of grinding, honing the craft.
Exactly. Which makes this return to Burr even more interesting, I think. He's not just revisiting it nostalgically. He's bringing all this new experience back to a foundational role.
Yeah, it's like an athlete coming back to their signature move, but they've learned a whole bunch of other skills in the meantime.
That's a great way to put it. It adds a whole new dimension.
Definitely.
And we shouldn't gloss over just how big the original Hamilton was. I mean, the impact was staggering.
Oh, totally changed the game. 11 Tony Awards.
Including the big ones. Best musical, best book, best score. That trifecta.
And the cast album. It wasn't just a cast album. It was a cultural event. Still is.
Still gets played everywhere.
Yeah.
And the tours just keep selling out. It really redefined what a Broadway show could achieve.
It absolutely shattered expectations. That mix of history with hip-hop, R&B, just connected.
It really did. And that original cast, Lin-Manuel called them the 28 Yankees of actors.
That's perfect. They were lightning in a bottle.
They really were. And Odom Jr.'s Burr was such a crucial piece of that magic.
Couldn't imagine it without him.
He managed to take this historical figure, often just seen as the villain, right?
Yeah, the guy who shot Hamilton.
And made him deeply, deeply human. You saw the internal conflict, the ambition that maybe came from insecurity. He made you understand it.
Yeah, even as you saw him making those, fateful choices, that's what made it so compelling. Hamilton is so much about ambition, about legacy, and Burr's story forces you to look at the darker side of that drive.
Especially contrasted with Hamilton's own relentless ambition. And it's going to be fascinating now seeing how his perspective on those themes might have evolved over the years.
Has he said anything about prepping for it?
He has. He mentioned he's rereading Ron Chernow's biography, the book that started it all, diving back into the source material.
Okay, see, that shows real commitment. He's not just phoning it in.
Not at all.
Yeah.
It suggests he really wants to bring something fresh, something nuanced, back to this character he already defined for so many.
I remember reading something where he said, even during the original run, the role kept offering new discoveries.
Yeah, pushing him to look a little deeper and focus a little harder, I think was the quote. That's dedication.
That's what separates a good performance from an iconic one, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And he's also talked about wanting the audience to experience something exciting and alive.
Like it's happening right now.
Yeah, emphasizing that presence, that spontaneity, even within a character we know so well. He's aiming for something dynamic.
Okay, so for everyone listening, if you missed his original run, or maybe you saw it and have just been dreaming of this,
This is your chance.
mark those calendars. September 9th to November 23rd. Richard Rodgers Theatre. This really feels like a once-in-a-generation kind of opportunity.
It absolutely does. Seeing an original cast member return to a role that, it clearly resonates so deeply with him personally.
That gave me life quote really sticks with you.
It really does. It speaks volumes about that actor-character connection. And seeing that connection reignited live on stage, that's theater magic right there.
Truly special.
It reminds you of the power of live performance, and the kind of mark certain performances leave. It really makes you think about how an artist's life and the roles they play can kind of shape each other over time.
Yeah, a profound thought to end on. What a comeback.